It's Sunday midday actually. Went to the, I suppose you call it brunch up at Charlotte's. Just went up to there last night. Oscar was supposed to be finishing off some work today with this, but he's not. He's palmed it off to Morgan. He didn't quite finish the field yesterday. Andrew drilled all what was done after I left yesterday. He just had one little bit left to do. I couldn't do any more rolling until that field's finished. But yeah, because it's such good weather, Andrew's had the day off and gone out on his bike. Morgan, not sure what he's up to. He had the day off yesterday, and he's been doing something to his fence, and he's probably messing with cows. But he did say he might come in and finish what Oscar hasn't. John's well up to date with the spraying as well. He's waiting now for a bit more maize to be finished so we can preempt that. And I've just noticed there's a puddle under this tractor, so it's leaking oil. You can see down there really, it's really wet. So I'm there. So I'm not just sure what's going on, but they're ready for a service. Believe it or not, they're 2 in a month or so, 6 weeks maybe. So they've done about 13 or 1400 hours each now, and are desperately in need of a bath. The bread tin, we've been using it for putting empty bags in. The bread is still in the bottom. A day like today is a day when you can tip it out and clean it up. You see where Andrew overflowed the drill yesterday and scooped that up. A bit more to that can go in the fert spreader. A bit more calciferts arrived as well to replace the dodgy bags, so we'll get that on this week as well. And then I'm going to open this door, and it's been nine days since we did the concreting. In fact, I'm going to stop that so we don't go too far up. So I'm going to go and have a look how the concrete's gone off. We put them little bollards up so no one backed on it. It's actually blended in quite nice now, hasn't it? Got a layer of dust on it because some of that's been going out on trucks, so dust landed on it. It's gone nice and white. So yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? Not bad for some amateurs. Not as good as the rest of the yard, but better than it was, because it cracked there and like flicked up. It's catching a bucket. There's a gap underneath there and all down this side. It was getting a little bit of damp sometimes in. But yeah, that's turned out okay, considering we didn't really know what we were doing. And it's quite smooth as well, thanks to our new toy. When we were using it, we had the pan on, which is like a flat thing, and believe it or not, that pulls you around more than just the blades itself. Then you change that dial there to change the pitch of the blades to give them more aggression or not. But if you fight with it, it pulls you everywhere. If you're just gentle with it and just tweak it, just twist the handlebars, it kind of glides left and glides right wherever you twist them. If you do it too much, it goes rah and starts pulling you all over the place. But nice edge, so the bucket will come in there and not even feel that. It's blended in really well. I mean, I think that's the line, and then that's where we've power floated across. So you can see where I put little chalk marks on the ball. So we did a line and a V, so we knew how much of the V. You could see how high the concrete needed to be, but power floats flapped against it a bit, so it's took out most of it, but that's about right. This is some SFI seed mix as well arrived for this next time to go with all the bits we've got left over. And we also grew some things ourselves, so we've got our own seed that we've kept over to go with it. But yeah, I've not seen this since last Sunday, probably, when it was still quite dark. Did we do it Friday night? Yeah, then I came and had a look on Sunday, or was it Saturday morning? It was still quite black, but now it's all faded in nicely like we've never done it. Have a look if we can see any sign of wear on them. Not really. Obviously it was the first day out the other day. The carbide's taking all the pain on the front of the tines. Tell you one thing, when it was working in a seed bed, well, on that tract with the tines and full aggression, it definitely knew it had it on. Whereas when you're on stubble, it obviously doesn't penetrate in much, so you don't really feel it. But working through work ground and moving a lot of soil, it definitely needed all the 200 horsepower that the tractor's got. But yeah, it'd be handy at harvest now just to fly over with that, all the stubbles. The biggest surprise of the week, to be honest though, was how Morgan and Andrew both reckoned that this gripped better on them tyres than if it had normal ag tyres. They both said it without even talking to each other, because Andrew went out of it one day and went, "Oh my God, them tyres, they're unbelievable." And then the next day, Morgan jumped on it, having not spoken to Andrew, and said exactly the same thing. And I don't know whether it's because they don't twist or something, because it takes a bit of load off with the middle, or them bits give you more grip. I don't really know, but they both commented on it. And like I say, when we did the tractor pulling, it did just show the same. Grease gun hung off the side. I don't know what they've been doing that for. What have they been greasing? They don't normally grease anything. So let's put that in there, you know. Talking of tyres, get them down this week, get them on. Take the flotation ones off. Now the corn's getting a bit taller. We've just got a little tiny bit of pre-emergence to do on the maize, which, to be honest, it's so dry, be fine with them, especially as the VF, and we can run them low. But yeah, we'll take them off, put the row crops back on, and then that can be ready till September, really, doing all the row crop work. Be interesting to see how we set the width though to go down the rows of maize. So the rows of maize are 75 centimetre row spacing, so 2's 150, 3 is then 225. So I think we're going to have to pull the tyres in so that they're just about over the 225, and then the next one is 3 metres. So will they go in close enough so that they'll run down the middle of the rows at 225, or will we have to get them as wide as we possibly can to get them as near to going down the row of 3 metre? That's going to be the challenge, really. Technically, I think, no, I'm lying. I was going to say the quad track is exactly 3 metres, but that is edge to edge. We need a 3 metre row spacing, which is going to be impossible on this tractor. And that, so I think the best we can hope for is 225 on the centres, which probably quite close to that. In fact, I got to measure it. So we marked out 1 row, 2, 3, 4. So that's 75 centimetre rows. So let's hold that, James, in the middle. About that, yeah, no, you put your foot on that. Right, now, so I think a row width now of 225 will be right down the middle. So let's go and measure how wide it is, James. Big plane. Is that on the middle?
Yeah.
You see, that's like 205 centre to centre. So 225. Oop, you dropped it. Pick it back up. Hold it to the edge now. Oh, hold it to the edge. Bit more. No, that way. To the outside. No, hold it here. Hold it there. Let's have a look. What's that going to be? That's 270. 270 with an inner bit of, just hold it on the middle of this side now, James, this side of the tyre. No, there. In a bit, bit more, on the edge. Here, hold it on the edge of that one. No, this way. Oh, no. All that there, okay. All that. 130. Well, let's go and have a look now on the chalk mark on the floor. So that's the problem. If the tyre's on, if you got the tyre going down the middle, it can't quite cover 2 rows, can it? Because there's 130. So you got middle to middle. There'd be that, wouldn't it? So the tyres are straight down the middle, but then add 710 to it, and you'd be taking out that row and that row. Unless you put the wheels right out to the centres to centre, was 150-ish, just over 150, which might be possible. And then your tyres would run either side. But they're a 75 centimetre row and the tyre's 71 wide, so you've only got that much distance, unless the little Valtra would maybe do it on its narrower tyres. Plan was to be able to go through with this and hoe the headlands so that there's no overlap. The Valtra's dead easy to adjust the width. It's a bar axle, so you can slide them right out. But of course, again, these are a 710 tyre. You've got to drive inch perfect if you've got a 75 centimetre row. Let's see what the little Valtra looks like. Maybe we can swap the wheels round so that put the left wheel on the right and the right wheel on the left, and it could, depending on the offset of the dish, which actually, to be honest, looks like they're already out, make that wider. But because that's only a 650 tyre, you gain another 4 inch each side to fit down. I think it's going to be difficult. James, you want all the tape again? Yeah, so 2.25 is about there in the middle. So it's not, that's not going to work either. Hold it to the middle of the tyre, James. This side. Like the inside of the tyre there. Like that.
Daddy, why do you have 2 bale spikes?
We've got a few bale spikes. Go on, bit more. Keep coming. To me. Hold on. No, hold it onto that edge there. Yeah, but on the other tyre. That's it. Right, lift that up. What are we there now? I should have used a metal tape measure, it would have been a bit easier. So that's 145. Yeah, so 150's here, which is 2 rows. So yeah, you'd have to put the row, you'd have to put these wheels out a little bit wider, 3 or 4 inch, 4 inch wider. They'd fit down with 2 rows underneath the tractor. This is what James was asking about, a yellow bale spike. That's the one that Olivia was paying that she's not finished. Let's go to Asbrooks because it's got JCB brackets on it for when we use these telehandlers. We have painted it, yeah, and then this is the other one that Morgan made that folds up, which is on Merlot brackets, which again, never got finished painted. It's a shame we can't put the hoe on to the Bateman, but maybe we hoe it before the maize is too tall, so if it gets driven over, it'll spring back up and not snap off, and then just take out the little plants in the rows, because if we combine it with the maize header, it'll go down the rows of corn, and I just thought if there's any in the way, it kind of could cause problems, or maybe it won't, because they'll just bounce either way of the points on the front of the maize header. I don't know. This is what a maize header looks like. We'll try it and see. Have you scooped up some wood chip? Oh, I'm thinking about this now. the quad track would fit, because if that's 1 metre there and that's 3 metres there, the quad track could fit there and there, because I think the tracks on it are the 600 wide. Yeah. Okay. So, because it's just short of 3 metres, you'd have a row here and a row the other side, and then the rest of the rows would go down the middle, and then the 75 centimetre gap in the centre. I think they're only, maybe they're a bit more than 600. But yeah, how mad's that? So this actually fits down the rows better than anything else we've got on the yard, straight out the box. Johnny's coming this week, or Yogi, to take the injectors and the pump off for testing, so we can just see exactly what's the issue with that, why it's saying its filters are blocked when they're not. It's losing fuel pressure somewhere. After a lot of Googling, there's a few different things it could be. The injection pump's dead easy to take off. That's just there. The injectors are a bit more involved, because you've got to take the bonnet off to take that frame off to get the rocker cover off. But it's kind of finished for all its hard work now. So we'll get it sorted, ready for September. Yeah, just short of 300. So it would, as long as the middle is 150. But I'm not sure what it is, because I think these tracks might be about 76 centimetres wide. Yeah, no, not quite 150. Oh well, never mind. That's about all for today. No birthdays apart from Karina the chef off Instagram. It's her birthday. She's up in Scotland. These are playing on these. I'm going to leave you with that. But thanks for watching today on a Sunday. Sorry, not a lot of farming, but a bit of a tyre quandary. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. What's up, Clara? Granny's back. Is she? You're going to show her what you can do in the go-kart? Yeah.